everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Browse. I know it's probably a bit of a cliched question to ask a band, but where did the name?
You all look
Yeah, we're all looking at Lynn.
Is it some obscure reference?
No. It's been stood in a taxi queue and waiting for a cab, and I really like the name Pearl, and pretty much that was it. We spent a long time looking to what do we call ourselves, and then we sort of settled
Trying
on
to
that.
find the perfect.
Yeah, well, and that doesn't exist, so it kind of just settled on that.
Okay,
So it's pretty boring, but yeah.
No, that's cool.
It's a good name.
So, reflecting on your history as a band, because you first came together in the 90s, what was that like, and then what triggered the resurgence of you guys coming back together and starting up music again?
Why we got together again was because we reformed for the Welly 100 celebrations, and we all really liked it, and so we decided to carry on gigging with some new members of the band. And someone else can talk now.
Do you want to give us a bit of a flavour of what it was like, the first time out when you guys were
I wasn't there,
It was fantastic, touring up and down the country, playing in all sorts of different cities, going on adventures in the backs of vans.
What do you think are the main differences or challenges for the music industry now compared to then?
It was harder then.
Yeah, we got a lot of gigs though, didn't we?
Yeah, but I don't mean gigging wise, but it was like recording and that kind of thing's far easier now. And I just
getting
think,
your message across.
Yeah, and I think making music
Social media.
is so different now.
Engaging with your audience.
Yeah, Browse didn't exist back then, you see. So it was,
Other
really,
magazines
really
are
hard.
available.
There's no more bucket of paste and a
Yeah, you're not
brush and a
advertising.
roll of posters, is it?
No, there wasn't the social media, so you literally did have to go out fly posting and bribe your mates to come and watch you. We were quite on the acid jazz circuit, so we used to get quite a lot under that banner, but nowadays it is very different. But then, by the same token, there's a lot more people doing it, so you've got more competition. So I don't know, but I enjoy it just as much, really.
Do you still think that you fit under that acid jazz banner? Because your music's quite fusion, it's quite mixed.
I
Acid,
suppose. I mean,
I don't know if it really exists.
I think
anymore.
How would you
well,
describe
yeah.
your music now? Would you describe it
it's very groove-based, funk sort of. I mean, it's soul, it's genuine sort of music, but we're northern souls, but we're not northern soul, if you like. I suppose.
And then there's
Well, I see what
Latin
you
in
did
there
there.
as well, isn't there? And
Yeah.
there's a lot of Latin.
A lot of
It's
influences.
groove. Well, yeah, I think it's grooves and beats led really.
It's stuff you can dance to.
You know,
That's it.
yeah.
So you've been playing a few gigs recently. The most recent one was at the Birkenhead gig.
Yeah,
How
Yeah.
did that go? You enjoyed
that was great.
Yeah.
Really good.
It's good to be able to tick it off. Obviously, it's a big theatre. It's a proper venue.
We played to lots of people that never heard us before as
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
which
yeah.
was good. So
Yeah.
we broadened our audience, we've had a
Hopefully,
lot of
yeah.
good
Yeah,
feedback.
different gig.
And good to hear the other bands as well.
Yeah, were there any that stuck out in particular as favourites or that you enjoyed watching?
Fire. I thought that. I mean, I've seen them before. And
I thought they were the best I'd ever
They're
seen
all right
them.
when I've seen them, but there was something about that. It was just absolutely, just
And
Special
I,
gig.
yeah.
absolutely owned
I
it.
really love Bud Sugar. I think they're excellent.
Like
I
Farina.
just like that whole ethos.
Farina.
of it.
Yeah,
Farina were excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, I think, well, actually, they were all, all the bands.
RPM3 as
They had,
well.
they had a bit of
Nice
everything.
gig.
It was
Bang
cool.
on.
There's string quartet there and everything. They were
There's
really
real quality, showcase
Yeah.
the quality
Yeah.
of the
Yeah. Well, it was a showcase of all the talent, and that was like a little part of it, really. There's loads more bands, isn't there? It was just, that was 10
Yeah.
that they got on that night. But
It's just small
Could've gone on
corner
and on.
of the music scene and small chunk of what Hull's got to offer.
yeah, I think that's probably different to when we first started. There's a lot more live music.
There's a lot more
Yeah.
going on.
Loads more
Totally.
going on. There wasn't. It
Some
wasn't
kids,
such a
innit?
More
thriving,
varied as well,
thriving
the types of
industry.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
very much,
You used to
yeah.
get, the bands used to follow the fashions a lot. Acid jazz being a buzzword circa, 91, 92, and then we all went Britpop. Well, I did. And then I started to lose my hair, so I had to give that up. But it was all about buzzwords. But now,
hair's an
we plough our own furrow, don't we? Where do you go from Hull? You just spread it outwards, don't you?
Just make your own path.
Yeah,
Doing our own
there's a lot
thing.
more people doing a lot a lot more stuff that's difficult to categorise. That's got a bit of rock,
Yeah,
a bit of
like
funk, a bit of soul, and a bit of reggae, and a bit of
Well, it's like tonight, you know, the session, you know, it's like, I think a few years ago, we probably wouldn't have been on, but something like this, because it was very indie-led and that sort of thing, and now everybody's open to a lot more
Yeah.
different genres on the same night and mixing it up
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that kind of thing, you know, it's like, so everything's acceptable now, isn't it, you know.
I think the other thing that people are saying about us though is that there aren't many bands like us.
Yeah, I was saying that earlier.
Actually,
kind
you
of
that.
filling a bit of a need.
They just want to see you.
Yeah.
I'd like there to be more. I think you know,
I'd go see
if
that.
we could do like a bill of 3 funk and soul bands from all fantastic original like stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know like there's cover bands out there sort of doing 100% cover sets and stuff, but yeah, it's not really the same. No.
Yeah, so you're fulfilling a bit of a niche in the whole music scene.
Suppose,
So-
yeah.
so.
We're just doing
By
what,
coincidence.
we're doing what we do, and if people like it, brilliant. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoying it.
Well,
Yeah,
we all
yeah,
love it.
absolutely.
So that's what. If other people like it, that's what counts, really. You know, if you get a room full of people dancing, it's the best feeling ever.
So you've got another event coming up soon. Give Up Food for Fun.
Yeah.
Is it something you feel strongly about? Like, obviously the issue of the food banks and austerity and people in crisis and stuff. Is it something that's close to your heart? And
Yes.
obviously it's a really worthy cause. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's an absolute shocking. Look what we're having to do. We're doing a gig for charity so we can, you know, fund a food bank. You know, it's 2015, United Kingdom. It's ridiculous, but we're doing it, aren't we? We're gonna, you know, it's from the bottom of our hearts, isn't it? What do you do? What more can we do as musicians and people who just, you know, try and hold down 9 to 5s?
Vote Green.
You know, vote Green, go to Aldi. You know, see if you've got enough money for a pint.
I think the inspiration for the night is from an old funk track that was recorded by the JBs, James Brown's backing band, called Giving Up Food for Funk. So if you want to go check that out on YouTube, give it a listen because it's fantastic. And I was sort of listening to that, and it was at the same time as there was a Guardian report about how many people were having to use food banks and stuff. So I just got the inspiration from that really, and it kind of grew. So it's at Fruit on the 7th of Feb, Saturday night, and it's a club night. It goes through till 2 as well because a lot of the
So
gigs.
everyone should support that.
Yeah, a lot of the gigs we've
Totally.
played, like we found like people still want to dance after we've played, so we're giving them the opportunity. So cut a rug and bring a bit of talc, you know.
It's only £4. It's like the price of a pint, really.
Yeah.
You know, and all, but you know, all of that money will make such a difference. To,
Yeah.
to
And the
people,
idea
won't
is you
it?
bring some food with you as well
If you
for
can,
fun.
yeah.
So you give up your food at the door for fun. So a tin of beans, you know, anything that's non-perishable. So don't bring gattos or out like that. But,
I love them.
I'm going to say, we'll take them off. I won't complain.
yeah, no fresh cream cakes are out. Going on.
No actual fruit either.
No.
No fruit, no, there isn't anymore, is there? Sadly, yeah.
Dried fruit, yeah.
Tin
Yeah,
fruit.
tin,
Fresh
yeah,
fruit, yeah.
mandarins,
Can't
stuff
really-
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously a lot of stuff to do with music is kind of centering around the whole 2017. So I was just wondering what your personal hopes were, and if you have any goals as a band as well, you know, in terms of building up to 2017.
Personal goals. I'd like to get everything down and recorded
Yeah.
in a good way, and like
Yeah,
get it
nice
out
to
on
have
all the
stuff
different
ready to
radios and that kind of thing. And I hope to be involved with the year of culture, but don't know, see what happens with that one. But I'm sure we would be, but it's not my aim to sort of do it. I just want to.
I think what that'll bring, it'll be like,
Yeah. I'd like to see a bit more kind of music industry, you know, kind of infrastructure. So there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of people with kind of recording studios, and everyone's collaborating and stuff. But it kind of most of the time it just sort of stays in Oldham. We have the Umber Street session, we have the sesh every week, and we have the Adelphi and Fruit and everything. So we've got our own thing going on, but it's kind of not quite getting out there yet. So hopefully it'll
Yeah.
kind of strengthen it. And just as Manchester
Well, I
was
remember
big in
years
the
ago,
80s.
you used to do a lot of, in fact I think we did a couple, didn't we, where you did a gig in a town and then they came
Yeah.
to see
Yeah,
you.
Delphi used to do that. We used to do that a
Yeah,
bit.
And that
Yeah.
doesn't really happen anymore, and I think that
Yeah.
that should really, because then you're going to be guaranteed that you're going to have an audience, and that's half the battle when you go out of town is like you could be playing to nobody. But I think if you've got like that swap kind of thing,
Yeah,
it's
that
quite good.
reciprocal
And,
sort of,
and it was really good. I mean, we used to play a lot of like gigs like that where you play. They'd come. I suppose actually it's a bit like what's happening now, because there's a band from York playing tonight, isn't there? And they tend to be doing that here now, where they're having one out of town band.
And making connections like within the music industry.
Yeah. I mean, the world is small now with media and stuff. It's not like the great. Yeah, we're stuck out on a limb, but not really. Just a bit lazy here, aren't we? We want everything on our doorstep.
Yeah.
So is there anything else we should be excited for in 2015 from Glasgow?
I'd like to do all the festivals
Any
again,
scenes on?
and I'd like to get a CD out with all of our
Yeah,
stuff on.
yeah.
That's
That's
my
where we're
personal.
heading into.
Yeah, milestone.
That's where we're
A
at.
couple
I mean,
of tracks
which-
recorded already, which are on SoundCloud now.
Yeah.
So yeah, look for us on
Get all
SoundCloud.
up.
What are they called? Colours and
Sunrise.
So you can find those
On
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, yeah, we've
Links to that
got
on
recordings
Facebook
out there, and it'd be good to get all our, get a nice little CD together, really, of everything.
Yeah, a little document
Yeah,
Yeah.
something to be proud of.
for the 2017 Town Capsule.
Send
I'll
it
be
out
in
into
it.
space.
Oh, in the time
Yeah,
capsule.
yeah. Hopefully going back in time.
Thanks very much for chatting to us.
Oh,
All right,
thank
nice
you
one.
very
Cheers,
much.
Cheers.
Maybe at Wanda.
We'll be all blurry on all the photos
Thank
of
you.
films. Nicole.